in Warren County. My name is Floyd Heater. I'm president of Warren Memorial Hospital. I've been with Valley Health System for almost 25 years, coming up here in September. And this is truly one of the proudest days of my career, certainly the pinnacle. It's not often you get a chance to build a new hospital and create this kind of access to great health care for your community, which is really what we're all about, is serving our community by improving health. And so it's just a pleasure to be with you. I've had the privilege of leading a team on this journey for the last 5 or 6 years. And I'd like to be the first to welcome you officially to the new Warren Memorial Hospital. If you would indulge, I'd like to ask for a brief moment of silence and just take a look at your surroundings. You'll get a better look here in a little bit. It's some amazing views for you to take in. And just reflect on the individuals, our community, family members. Over the last year, we've been battling the pandemic, and many of us have lost loved ones. So if you would kindly just reflect for a few moments with me, and a moment of silence for those that we've lost. Thank you. You know, the one thing we've learned over the past year or so, and I think we all know this, and it becomes more poignant when we do lose someone or face a challenge like we faced, that one thing we should never do is take our health for granted. We focus on a lot of the things keep us busy in life, but I think the old adage is if you don't have your health, you don't really have anything. And that is true. It's also true that moments like this, we should celebrate the good things, the joyous things in life. And this is certainly one of the most joyous occasions for us to celebrate today. So don't take our health for granted, but let's celebrate the day and bask a little bit in the accomplishments of your new hospital. It's been a long time coming. Well over a decade, probably stretches back to 15 years or more in terms of the pursuit of a new hospital. Some would argue that it dates back to 1993 when Warren Memorial Hospital joined Valley Health System. The community's been very patient, and it's really a very special occasion. I think the fact that we probably, some of us would never have dreamed of this moment would be here. There was some skepticism along the way, but as we assembled our feasibility team, looking at the new hospital, exploring whether to renovate or build new, all those options that we looked at over the years, that journey has been, this is kind of a sweet moment in time, and I hope you will enjoy your day and the tours that will follow. It takes more than one individual to pull this off. There are thousands of team members, thousands, hundreds, probably tens of thousands of hours went into the planning, the development, and actual construction of the new hospital. I would like to take a few minutes to thank the folks that got us here. And it won't be a complete laundry list because I would be here all morning long. I'm thanking a whole bunch of people, but it really does start with our Board of Trustees. The Valley Health System Board of Trustees believed in the community. They believed in the new hospital. They invested over $100 million into this brand new hospital. That was a huge vote of confidence. Along the way, on our 71-year journey, that was a very courageous and bold decision. We are going to benefit from their wisdom and vision for decades to come. So I want to thank Valley Health System Board of Trustees for this investment. In a broader sense, I want to thank everybody on the Valley Health team, the Warren Memorial Hospital team, in getting us to this point. Like I said, no one individual could pull this off. It is truly a team effort, and anything of this magnitude, I'm sure you can all appreciate that. But I have all the admiration for the men and women that make up the Warren Memorial Hospital team, the Valley Health team, for the last, for many years, and especially during the last year, as I referenced earlier, they have put themselves in harm's way to care for, as well as our medical staff, our employees, everybody went and put themselves in harm's way to make sure we kept our community safe and each other safe. And I am deeply appreciative of all their hard work and all that they have done. I'd like to, I know we have several members here who currently and have been historically a part of the New Campus Steering Committee. And that dates back to 5 years when we're, again, as I mentioned, looking at the feasibility. Would the members of the New Campus Steering Committee please stand? You know who you are. I can't point you all out. Yes. Come on. Mark, I believe you were part of that, didn't you? Yes. They really wrestled with the hard issues, the design, what services be involved, really the magnitude and the vision of what we wanted to create for our community. So they have been involved from day one, and they really do deserve a lot of credit for getting us to this point. For the last year and a half or so, we've had, and literally it started, I guess it would be a year and a half, a MOVE committee with lots of various subcommittees involved with planning for this, for June 23rd. June 23rd, we move into our new hospital. And there has been a group that has been working very, very hard, and really up to this moment and over the next couple of weeks, we'll continue to be working very hard on getting us into our new home. So don't be shy like the others were. I would like everybody on that MOVE committee, because you deserve a tremendous amount of credit. Please stand. I see you. Not only did we battle a pandemic last year, just the fact that that group of people, the group of leaders and all 500 plus employees of Warren Memorial actually had a plan and get us to this point. So in the midst of taking care of patients who were acutely ill, we also had double duty in terms of wearing lots of hats and getting us to this point that we're at. I wanted to talk a little bit about our 71-year history here in Front Royal. We really were a continuation of the legacy that started over 100 years ago. There were private hospitals in the community, nursing homes. They paved the way. New Warren Memorial Hospital opened up in 1951. And here's a little fun fact for you. Those that know me know I like history. So here's a little Revolutionary War fact for you. Did you know that the very name of the county Warren pays homage to medicine, as it was formed, or it was named after American Revolutionary War hero, Dr. Joseph Warren. So our connection goes back even deeper into the formation of our nation. Dr. Warren, Warren County was named after Dr. Warren. So, and a surprising number of people that really aren't aware of that even have lived here for a long time. So stick that in your trivia folder and pull that out when you're at a cocktail party or something like that. So even though we're not the first, in a few moments you're going to cross the threshold and take a tour of our new hospital. And I hope you will agree that Valley Health Memorial Hospital is truly taking healthcare to new heights in Warren County. I'd like to now introduce Mark Nance, the President and CEO of Valley Health System.
Hopefully you might not want to sit right behind me and stare at my backside the whole time. But anyway, good morning, welcome. As Floyd said, my name is Mark Nance, the President and CEO of Valley Health. As I look around the room and I look on the stage, it's still clear to me that I'm the newbie in the neighborhood. I've been here for about a year, but looked at all of you through masks and through Zoom terminals and everything else. It's so good to actually see some of you in person today. We're glad you decided to come with us. The new Warren Hospital was well underway last June when I took over on June the 1st of last year. So I really can't take any credit for vision or execution. I just get to cut the ribbon, which is kind of good. So Mark, Merrill, thank you for doing all that part of it. And I have to tell you, I mean, a lot of you who aren't in healthcare might think that we open up new hospitals all the time, but I've been doing this for 34 years, and this will be the first time I've cut a ribbon on a brand new hospital. So this is a once-in-a-career thing for a lot of people. So if this is your one in your career, relish it, because it might not come along. And you can tell it takes about 25 years to plan it and get it done. So a healthcare CEO also wears a lot of hats, and a lot of those hats involve, refereeing conflicts between individuals and making tough decisions that make people mad. When you have a day where you cut a ribbon on a hospital, you make almost nobody mad. So this is going to be a great day that I'm going to really enjoy and relish. Our values are compassion, integrity, collaboration, courage, innovation, and excellence. And I would say that this new health and wellness center is a perfect example of what can be achieved when we live those values every day. This is not only a thorough, modern facility that's going to allow us to attract and retain specialists and keep patients at home. It also provides a healing environment. When you see it, it's going to be a great place to walk through the doors and come to work every day. And it's not just the view and signal knob and everything, it's just the way it's put together. Because we want our people to be able to do their best work. And I can't finish this without talking a little bit about COVID-19 and what a spotlight it's shown. Oh, by the way, I really have loved this locust invasion too, by the way. Y'all did that just for me. But I'm getting used to it. I didn't know I was going to have to clean it with a snow shovel, but I've done that. So again, the COVID-19, I got this offer for this job. Joe called me on March the 6th, and we were in Beaver Creek, and we took the job. We were so excited. And and then the world ended on March 13th. And we were planning on traveling and everything, and we looked at each other and said, well, maybe we'll just go ahead and move to Winchester. so we have, but I think about how Valley Health, how Warren, how this organization has stood in the gap. And a lot of times I tell our employees after they've been here 90 days, I said, can you imagine our community without Valley Health? Can you imagine Warren County over the last 15 months if Warren Memorial Hospital wasn't here to deliver the care, to take the lead on vaccines, personal protective equipment, keeping the doors open for the other emergencies and the other needs? I think it really shows the community, the people we serve, we truly are here to serve the community. And so I don't think I've ever been prouder to be involved in healthcare. I've told many people this last 15 months for me has been probably the most meaningful thing I've ever done as a healthcare leader. And I'll be honest with you, I hope it's the only pandemic I ever have to do, but it's been a pretty awesome thing. So the other thing this morning I wanted to, so this is a culmination of our opening activities for the new hospital, and it really could not have been done without the support of the members of the community, also the people who supported the philanthropic campaign. So a big thank you to you all. I'd also like to thank the Valley Health Board of Trustees, first and foremost, for giving me the opportunity to serve at the helm of this organization. You may not know, if you've lived in this community, in this region all your lives, just how well thought of Valley Health is outside of the region and state. This is a good job. It's the best one I've ever had. I'm hoping to keep it. But I really am thankful that I was chosen to do this by the Valley Health Board of Directors, and I appreciate that trust they placed in me. But I also really appreciate the fact that they were willing to invest $100 million in this community. Because I can tell you, most health systems, most of them are run from some faraway city somewhere, and they don't make decisions about the community in the way that a local board does. Most health systems wouldn't be building new hospitals. They'd be saving money doing different things. This system of this board of trustees believes so in this community that we felt we needed to build a new hospital here. And so we're glad to be here, but I want to make sure I recognize that this is a courageous decision by them. $100 million investment is not something we see every day. And but we think it's going to be an awesome thing. We think you're going to love the project. Again, I want to say a couple thank yous. I think Floyd got a lot of them, but just to call out a few people that are departments and areas within Valley Health: Facilities and Construction Services, Mark Baker and his team. On time and on budget, pretty much. Shockey Construction, that's pretty good. You think on time and on budget in a pandemic with the prices of things going up. And we're going to call it on budget, Mark. So it's close. It's close. When you think about information systems, when you go in here, Jim Burton and his team, everything in there is wired to the max. It's got the latest and greatest of everything. And you think about everything we do runs on a technology platform now. It's not just putting lights in. It's putting in high-tech fiber optic. It's doing all kinds of the things that Jim and his team did. So the information systems people came through. Materials management, everything that we needed was here. It got here when we needed it to be here, and we're ready to open. And then you start thinking about the people that I saw in there, just still environmental services and nutrition services, human resources. I see the marketing and communications people here. Finance. Without finance, this thing doesn't get built. Money takes money. And there was a bond deal that was done where we got a very low interest rate to be able to build it. And then I think about the Valley Physician Enterprise, who will be the men and women and advanced practitioners that will come in here and serve our patients and lead that charge. And then I thank that team at Warren that everybody was reluctant to stand up, but that's a big deal when you're running a hospital across town and you're trying to get one ready over here. So just a big thank you to all of you. You should be very, very proud. I would relish this day because you might not get to do it again. Anyway, I know right now, I think you all know that getting it done is one thing, but then when we receive our first patient, that's when our real work starts. That's when we get back to doing what we do. And so we're really excited about that, and we appreciate the trust that this community puts in Valley Health to give you a good experience, good quality outcomes, make you well, and minister to you with compassion. So on behalf of our Valley family, I welcome you to our new community hospital. We think you're going to really love it. And I'd like to introduce Joe Silik, our chairman of the board, and who also was involved in the capital campaign.
Thank you, Mark. And we're so glad that you accepted our offer on March the 6th last year. As Mark said, I'm the chairman of the Valley Health Board of Trustees. And as I noted at our topping ceremony a couple years ago, I'm also a co-chairman along with General Matt Hobgood of our capital campaign. Over the years serving on the Valley Health System Board, I've been to a lot of these types of events, cutting ribbons for office buildings and wellness centers and a new hospital in Page County. But this one is special for me today because it's in my hometown. For those who can remember my mother and father, they both served on the Warren Memorial Hospital Board during their lifetimes. And my mother served on the board when Warren Memorial decided to merge with Valley Health. Those who go before us leave us an example of how to lead going forward. So I appreciate all their insight to giving back to the community that they instilled in me and my brother. One of the jobs of a Valley Health Board member is to navigate the challenges and opportunities to help the system reach its community needs. And I think today we can say that after 71 years, we have reached that point in time at Valley Health. At today's ribbon cutting, we're going to open a $100 million new hospital. There were some times during our deliberations that we thought about not building a new hospital, but the Valley Health System Board thought long and hard and decided to do the right thing. They knew this community needed a new hospital. And they took a risk. They spent $100 million to build a facility that we all see behind me. Our capital campaign was amazing. The community support in helping us raise the money to build this hospital was unbelievable. To the $10 gifts, the $100,000 gifts. And there was one real special gift. It was a transformational gift by Fred and Christina Andrea, who helped us build a more friendly, environmentally sound area. They're responsible for helping us build the trail system that's behind you, that goes all the way to the top of the mountain behind you. So Fred and Christina, please stand and let us thank you very much. I'm pleased to announce that we have raised over $2.5 million. Not us, but you have contributed over $2.5 million to the construction of this hospital. So I want to thank you. And after the ribbon cutting, please go by the wall in the main lobby and see who helped us build this hospital. In conclusion, I would like to say that because of our team members, the hospital is brick and mortar, but the real hospital are the people who work in there day to day, who take care of you, your families, your loved ones. So I would like to thank everybody on the Warren team for their great work they do every single day and their work on this hospital. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Robert Melvid.
So, first of all, I'd like to say, don't mind cicadas, because they have also waited a very long time to be here. So yes, it's been a long wait. I've been here, I can't even say it, 24 years. And we were talking about trying to do stuff in the hospital back then. You know, there were peaks and valleys. Oh, well, maybe there's going to be a new one. No, maybe not. But I want to tell you, I think the timing of this is perfect. Because if this happened 10 years ago, we wouldn't have this place. We wouldn't have this site. We wouldn't have everything that goes with it. So I'm thankful it worked perfect. So very happy. So it's right now, it's an empty building. It's a house, not a home. What makes it a home? It's going to be the people. In our organization, we think, what is it we do? What is it that brings us here every day? We care for lives. That's what we do. All of us, be they housekeepers, nurses, respiratory therapists, physical therapists, dietitians, doctors, radiology techs, med techs, administrators, and managers. We all care for significant lives. We are not a restaurant, we are not a hotel, we are not Disney World. We care for significant lives. Michael Cunningham once said, there are no insignificant lives, there are only inadequate ways of looking at them. We care for significant lives. And these lives come to us often not at their best. They come in pain, they come stressed, they come fearful, they come maybe not having made the best decisions, they come maybe addicted. But they come and give us their best at giving us their story. And they hope and trust that we will give them the compassion, the caring, and the best of us, no matter what time of day. 2 a.m., we're tired, we have personal problems. They trust that we'll still give them our best, that we will give them compassion, that we will care. And they also trust that we will not use our biases against them in future. This is what we do. This is what we'll inhabit this place. So I want to tell you a little story just because I want to talk about what kind of place is this. Well, let me give you an idea. So Arlene is going to be 90 years old in October. She weighs all of 98 pounds. She enjoys her house and her activities at church. I had the privilege of caring for her, and 22 days ago, we took out a large advanced colon placement. Now, she was off narcotics within a few hours post-op. She only took Tylenol from that point forward. She went home a few hours less than 3 days to her house. When I saw her last week, she was ready to resume her activities at home and church. Now let's contrast that to what her care would have been in 1979 when the operating rooms were built at Northern Memorial Hospital. Her care then would have been that she would have come in a couple of days ahead of time. She would have spent time getting ready. Her chance of operative and anesthetic complications would have been much higher. She would have been on narcotics pretty much the whole time. She would have been in the hospital probably about 10 days. She would have been starved for 5 to 7 of those days. She would have left weak and malnourished. And she would not have been able to do her normal activities for about 2 months. If someone who was caring for her in 79 heard about her care today, they would think that was impossible, that it had to be magic. That is the difference in healthcare since those wars were built. You can imagine the changes in technology and everything that goes into healthcare today that have happened since that hospital was built. We have done our best at making it work, but we're at the end of that. So this is, again, perfect timing. It brings to us the ORs, the advanced technology that we've tried to use now and we'll be able to go forward with, laparoscopy, whatever, advanced anesthesia, all the things, all the monitoring, all the things that we want to do. And the future, robotics, things like that. What about the other departments? Radiology. It was built when it was chemicals and dark rooms and film. What is that? It's all digital now. It's information systems. ER, same thing, built at another time for other types of care. So, and it's not just technology. It is also culture change. We recognize now that teamwork is so very important in healthcare and collegial interactions. This hospital helps to foster that by its design. But what about patient-centered care? That was not a concept when Warren was built. The concept then was provider-centered care. This is built into this design. Wellness and fitness. Well, that wasn't a consideration building a hospital years ago. Now it's a major consideration. And this hospital, I think you will find in touring it and the grounds, contributes to that significantly. So I think this is going to be something special. I believe that if you look at it today and see it, and when we see how it functions, it is going to be, when it opens, the best healthcare facility in Valley Health. I also believe strongly that for a small community, it's the best healthcare facility in Virginia, maybe more, but I won't get too I'll stay modest. No hyperbole. So, I'm looking forward to it. You can tell I'm kind of excited about this. I come here as a clinician, not as a vice president of health affairs. I come here as a surgeon, and this means a lot to me. What has got to grow. So, I welcome you all. I thank everyone for their efforts to put this together. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to start caring for lives here, along with the rest of our staff. And I hope you enjoy your tours today. I will say that with light and beauty and a healthy environment, we welcome our home to bring innovation in healthcare to Warren County. Thank you.
So hello, I'm Terry Mays, I'm the Vice President and Chief Nursing Officer of the Warren Memorial Hospital, and a very proud member of this leadership team that gets to have the honor of opening this new hospital. So today I'd like to speak to you from the heart of our leadership team and our employees, because they really are the wind beneath our wings. They're the ones that, after we got this approval for this magnificent facility from our Valley Health Board of Trustees, which I am eternally grateful for. It's a vote of confidence in us and our healthcare team. And I want you to know that our entire healthcare team thanks you for believing in us. It is the greatest opportunity in my career and for most of us on the Warren Healthcare team. This is an amazing hospital, and we have an amazing opportunity in front of us. So at the risk of repeating what those that have gone before me have said, I just want to again to say what a privilege and an honor it is to be here today. We are grateful to you, our leaders who have made this day possible. We are also grateful to the Front Row Warren County community. You are the reason that we do what we do. You are our inspiration and our motivation. You are our reason. You are our purpose. You are our friends, our families, and our neighbors. And one of our greatest joys is to provide you the best health care possible right here at home. I want to thank you for your support of us in the past and your presence here today as support, indication, and evidence of your support moving forward. We are, as healthcare providers, very grateful to you. We know that this would not be possible without you. I also would like to thank two very elite members of this project and this team on behalf of our healthcare providers, and that would be Tim Sutton, our project manager, and Priscilla Phelps. The Valley Health Board of Trustees made this possible. It was Tim and Priscilla that made us able to get it done. Priscilla is unofficially known as the cat herder, because when we couldn't seem to get ourselves organized, she managed to organize us. So we are grateful to both Tim and Priscilla for their enduring patience as we work through every aspect of this project. So I want to thank our healthcare team and also speak to you on behalf of this team. So like every other hospital and healthcare team in the country, we have been managing day-to-day operations in the midst of a pandemic. One of the most unusual and probably stressful events that most of us have ever experienced. But unlike every other hospital in the nation, we have been planning for and preparing, designing a new facility, especially for you, so that we could care for you in this brand new environment. The fingerprints of every member of our healthcare team, and I mean every member, are all over this facility. when you step inside in a few minutes, you're going to see features that are unique to Warren Memorial Hospital. And not just within Valley Health, but unique in terms of all hospitals. And redesign those features with you in mind. We wanted to make sure that you had the best healthcare possible right here in your hometown. So what you won't see when you step into the new hospital is countless hours that our team has spent in preparing this facility and making it ready for you today. In terms of learning how to use new equipment, emergency preparedness drills. I see Rick Farrell in the back there, so, who helped us through 3 days of emergency preparedness training involving our Warren County Fire and Rescue, the Sheriff's Department, the Warren County Sheriff's Department, the Front Royal Police Department, and not only our Warren Memorial team, but team members from across all of Valley Health. But there's been a lot of training, a lot of planning, a lot of cleaning, a lot of stocking, all of those things that needed to be done in order to get us ready. And as I said, we've done this in the midst of a pandemic. And if you ask, would we do it all over again? Absolutely, we would, minus pandemic. I want to thank our healthcare team wants to say thank you to all of you, because we know that the reason we're standing here on the edge of this historic, amazing event is because you supported us along the way. So thank you for that undying support that has managed to get us this far. We promise you that we are going to do our best to make you proud of the health care that's delivered at this hospital moving forward. Thank you. So with that, I would like to invite our chaplain, Jeff Fletcher. Jeff is behind me. There you go. Jeff is going to say the blessing for our new hospital.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone. I would invite everyone to just take a moment and take a nice, deep breath. The book of Genesis, after it describes the creation, says, on the seventh day the Lord rested. What does that mean? Well, it means the word is Shabbat, and it means simply to cease. We don't have to imagine that he was tired, but simply that it was an opportunity to enjoy and appreciate all that had gone before. And I hope that as we take that deep breath, we breathe in this experience to say thank you and to rest. Because the work will be there. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, right? It's only just begun. But to take time to appreciate each other, all that has gone to bring us to this place. But we are here today to dedicate this physical structure, the new Warren Memorial Hospital and Medical Office Building, an important part of Valley Health's commitment to better health to our region. We know that over time, human suffering will be eased in the corridors of this building. People will come in here who are hurting and broken, and they will find healing and relief. Devastating illnesses will be cured within these walls. Our family members, our neighbors, our friends, and indeed probably some of us will find new opportunities to live better lives and longer lives because of the work that is going to be done in this facility. This indeed is a holy and sacred place. At such a time as this, we are wise to remember that the true distinction of the building will not be simply in the words that are inscribed on the walls and the facade and the bricks and the mortar, as important as all of those things are. This new hospital will become a center of healing only because of the people who work inside of it each and every day. You. As you strive to write your names on the hearts of your fellow human beings, of your community, of your neighbors, of your friends, whom you have chosen to serve. We are thankful for the many blessings and the great hours of blood and sweat and tears that have gone into creating this place for us to be able to do that work of healing. And we pray and thank those who made that possible by their generous contributions, our benefactors who will have given to the community today, and we believe will continue to give to this community for many, many years. We are grateful for the strength that we find in the company of those dedicated to the healing of body and mind and spirit, to acts of loving kindness and to the betterment of the human condition. In the spirit of dedication, we rely upon the words of the psalmist to express our deeply felt sentiments of gratitude today. It's a Gratitude Tuesday, by the way. This is our Gratitude Tuesday. For what we have accomplished and what we believe that together we will continue to accomplish. Let the favor of the Eternal One be upon us, that all that we put our hands to may prosper, will prosper the work of our hands. And to all those in our community who are hurting and in need of care, we offer this invitation. Come unto us, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and here you will find rest and healing. And so now together we are happy to dedicate this place and these people to healing and hope for our community. And we ask the Divine One to bless this place and all the people who work here and who come here seeking help. May we all be blessed. Amen.
Thank you, Jeff. It was a wonderful blessing. I would, we're ready for that big moment, and I'd like to invite the ribbon cutters to come forward. We're going to, where's Ellen? She's my chief logistics officer here. Next, we're going to, I'll call your name out as you come forward. We're going to, you'll be given some scissors, and you have the opportunity to cut the ribbon. Just one before, and then after that we will, of course, assemble for some tours. And before we do that, I would ask for your patience. We have a fairly large group here today, so we will have tour guides as you step inside, and nobody is anxious to get in out of the humidity. So just have a little patience. We'll get organized for those tours and get you throughout the facility. You're going to really love it. Absolutely. And one other housekeeping item, if I could. The hospital is not officially operational yet, so we're able to follow state guidelines. Just as a reminder for those that aren't up with the current guidelines, here it goes. Vaccinated individuals can roam around the building with no mask, and we should encourage masking for unvaccinated individuals. And we do have some masks inside available too. So get that housekeeping item out of the way. Well, here you go. I'd like to invite Mark Nance. You're on the ribbon cutting detail. Just the rest of you, if you would kindly follow Mark up to the ribbon.